Hello, it's Tamara Dorris, and I'm so excited. Why am I so excited today? Because today's video is about new book, done. It is 319 pages. This is officially the biggest book I've ever written, and it's because I had so much to get out. And it is available on Amazon. I do have several copies for people in the United States. And I'm not discriminating. It's just that there's I have 3 clients in Canada right now that I can't mail stuff to because their post office is on strike. And international just gets too confusing for me. So it has to be in the US if I'm going to send it to you myself. Otherwise, it's available on Amazon, and then you get whatever good discount you get for shipping. It's called The Superconscious Solution. The word soul, solution, because this is all about operating from your soul. But the subtitle is Manifestation for Stressed Out People. So let me tell you why I wrote this book and why it's so dang big. All the books that I've written, if you followed me for a while, you know that I do relentless research, quantum physics, neuroscience, epigenetics, psychology, psychiatry, all the stuff. And it's all about the science of intention, right? And I have different angles and different themes and different genres. I don't know if you can see on the wall behind me where I have the white frames. Those are all covers of I think my first, 8 books or something. They're all different genres, but it's all the same thing with new science each time. So it's exhaustive. I mean, it's really exhausted. Like, this is what science knows, but then it learns something new. So every time something new comes out, do I write a book? No. The point is that all the books that I've written until now are all you need. It's all anybody needs to understand the science of manifestation. So I was done writing nonfiction. I was done writing it because why? The main science is out there. And in fact, if you just wanted to visit metaphysics or the Bible or any of the esoteric religions or practices and traditions like Hinduism or any of them, Buddhism, you would have the answer. The answer is pretty simple. The answer is to in your imagination, mentally project what you want to create into the physical reality. So of course, the first step is understanding that everything is initiated in the mental. Like, that goes back to the 𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒊𝒂𝒂, which is really, really ancient text. We're talking Hermetic, like ancient Egypt. Everything is mental. That is the first law. Everything is mental. The second law, everything vibrates. Okay, so you can see from the movie The Secret to the books that I write to what all the metaphysical teachers and manifestation coaches teach, everything is mental and everything vibrates. That's really all you need to know. I mean, my 2 words for all my clients is focus and frequency. I mean, what you focus on expands, and the frequency with what you do, with what you exude or emit, is the level of fuel. So if you're really rageful and you're imagining that you want to, get somebody, you're going to manifest more things to be angry about. That's just, it's a natural law. It's like gravity. You can't argue with it, right? Okay. So if all that's already known, if all the metaphysical books and all the books I've written tell it to you, then why isn't everyone manifesting? Riddle me that, Batman. That was the question that plagued me. 4 years ago, I don't have it laying around here somewhere, but the book I wrote on subtle energy and intention, I thought, this is it. This is the science has caught up to metaphysics to the degree that we know it, and this is how it works. And this big group of clients has proven it. Whether it's to become wealthy or to get a role in a movie or open a business. They have put into practice, not my stuff, my interpretation and how I teach it, which I'm honored to be a part of, but I didn't invent this, right? I just go out and research it and assimilate it and then put it out there. And there are people who are more attracted to my reading and teaching, and there are people who are more attracted to Tony Robbins, right? And I love Tony, but you know what I mean? Or Joe Dispenza. There's all these different teachers teaching the same thing. And I think that's what's really important, is for you to understand we're all teaching the same thing, just with our own interpretation and our own twist and our own style. Okay. So if all that's out there, and you know, a lot of it honestly is free. You could just watch all the videos on this page and you could say you have like a mini PhD in manifestation. So what's the problem? Why are you still getting sick? Why are you still not with your soulmate? Why is your business still lagging? Why are you not getting the followers, or whatever it is you want, right? Whatever it is you want. Why? If you're doing the things. And that's where this book came in, because I said 4.5 years ago, after I published my last book, I said, I told my kids, I told my family, I told my friends, I told my clients, I'm not writing any more nonfiction. I'm really focusing now on applying what I have learned, what I know works, and helping people manifest the business they want or improved health. And some people just still weren't getting it. I mean, like a significant portion. And so I set out 4.5 years ago. I'm like, I gotta get to the bottom of this. I had a feeling, I had an inkling that it had to do with stress and our nervous systems. I already had an inkling, and that came up in my book, Mind Over Matter, where I addressed the nervous system and stress. But I didn't realize then, as I know now, that it's everything. Oh my gosh, it's everything. So I spent 4 years in research so I could really understand what it is in the nervous system that keeps us from manifesting, and how to fix it. Because that's what really matters, right? How do we fix it? So when I say in the subtitle, manifestation for stressed out people, it's not just that you're like someone that's going around like, oh, I'm so stressed. What do I do today? Oh, my cortisol's so high. It's that you don't even realize your nervous system is in fight or flight. And you realize it when you spill your coffee, or when a client, fires you, or when your dad says something and it just, then you're like, oh, I'm triggered. Like, or, oh, I'm in fight or flight right now. But it's just that you're triggered by your nervous system that's already been in fight or flight, and now you just hit a sweet spot. Like maybe your dad always, I don't know, yelled at you when you were little, and now he doesn't, and so it's not even a thing, so you think it's no big deal. But then someone else raises their voice, and your nervous system went like, oh, Dad's yelling at us. And so you feel it then. And I'm not going to go into it. There's a chapter in the book called Triggers or Treasures, because it's that moment when you're triggered that we can get to it. Whether we use EFT or journaling, that's when you can start pulling it out. Because until you get that, whatever it was, and you can pull it out, and I have many ways to do that. I shouldn't say many. I have several ways to do that are very, very effective if you do them. And I've since this book has come out, which has only been like a week ago, I have added on to that arsenal, which I've talked about in these videos, which has to do with the journaling. I mention it here, but I've really been using it a lot, and it's gotten even more intense. But in here we talk about Express EFT, and we talk about questioning and using your journal, and it will definitely help you. Because it's like this: you are a pressure cooker. And whenever you get triggered by something, it's like adding a little more water in. Well, that just makes the steam go, get more jiggly, and, you don't want the lid to blow off like it did on my daughter when she was making rice. You don't want that. That's very dangerous, right? This is where people have heart attacks and strokes. Or women, I'm going to say, for the most part, we implode. We get digestive disease, right? We get cancer, okay? Autoimmune. Men explode. That's not to be biased. That's just how physiologically and probably socially that we have been programmed. The point being that all the manifestation works. It's worked for myself and for my friends, my family, and hundreds of my clients and thousands of readers. And it's based on fact. So I don't take it personal. If someone's like, I read your book and I didn't get any changes. It's like, it's not personal to me. I learned it from Aristotle. Go talk to him. Right? I know that it's factual, and now science supports it, which is my big go-to. Let's look. If science supports it, then we know. If metaphysics say it and science supports it, It's a fact. You can't argue with it, right? Not disputable. But if it's still not working for you, there's a reason. And I'm betting my bottom dollar that it's your nervous system. People say, well, I have an unconscious thought. I have unworthiness issues. I don't think I'm good enough. I need to change my unconscious. It's not your unconscious, sweetheart. It's your nervous system. Because your nervous system has embedded this feeling or idea of unworthiness. It's your nervous system. So long gone are the days where we thought, oh, let's just hypnotize you and we'll change that belief. Now, I'm not saying, I use hypnosis all the time. I do hypnotic recordings for my clients all the time. I have a library of them. But the point being that only works when you're doing the other work. And this book will give you the other work. Okay, so go to Amazon, The Superconscious Solution by Tamara Dorris, and buy it and read it. The Kindle version, I hope the Kindle version is out by the end of this year. Not a top priority right now, but I do want to get it out. Okay, so have a beautiful day and love to hear from you. Click below. I'll actually put the link below for Amazon so you can buy it. How easy is that? And also, if you want to have a chat with me and talk about coaching, I am here for you and I look forward to talking to you. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye for now.